First and foremost, let me thank every one of you who has supported after the crisis, getting Sri Lanka back to some sort of normalcy. And I would say that because when I took office, the last tourist also was leaving the country. And within the last 6 months, I would say from July to December 31st, we were able to bring in 400,000 tourists with all great difficulties. As you know, there were some travel advisories that was relaxed, and I'm very thankful to all of you for doing that. But still, we had few challenges with the media, showcasing Sri Lanka as still a suffering nation. Yes, just like the minister said, we are still not out of the woods, but we are much better than where we were. And we see positivity moving into 2023. If you see those pictures, those are images of Golf Face, how much of people who actually participated in Christmas time into Colombo, and with all these issues, people wouldn't have been coming into streets if they did not have confidence in the country and the way it was moving forward. Having said that, I think one of the greatest things that Sri Lanka has is our country. We as a nation is blessed, and I always keep saying we are sitting on a treasure, and sometimes we have to beg. But we have a beautiful place which we needed to market, and we need all of your support. Things are looking good for 2023 so far. The bookings are being very strong. January, February, and March, and the season looks pretty promising. And one of the things that we first did was most of the airlines pulled out. And currently, Emirates alone flies 4 times a day to Sri Lanka, and Qatar is flying 4 times a day, which brings in most of the traffic to Sri Lanka at the moment, as well as lots of charter operations happening. I have to thank India on a special note, because they've been what we have been going to as a short-term plan when things were getting terrible for us, and they've been helping, and there's lots of Indian tourists, which makes them the #1 tourist arrivals to Sri Lanka at the moment, and followed by Russia, UK, and few other European countries. But what we're excited for 2023 is that we're looking at new options, new avenues. Sri Lanka is just not a beach destination. Sri Lanka is just not a mountain destination. Sri Lanka has so much culture. We have culinary. We have so much of passion even within the Sri Lankans, if you really look into as a country, of a tourism country. So I would say, even to the governor, one of the best ways that we can come out of this problem that we are facing is in tourism. So maximum support, if could be given for tourism, would be one of the main source of recoveries for Sri Lanka. One of the things that we've looked into for 2023 is about the security of the tourists. And since most of the ambassadors, your excellencies, have spoken to me about it, we will be launching a full end-to-end app very soon, probably end of this month, which will have all sorts of security facilities. Even I saw a few days ago, there were certain questions about certain three-wheelers, certain areas. Reporting is a problem, so this has a 24-hour call center which backs you up. We are also looking at an insurance policy for all tourists who's visiting into Sri Lanka, which they will have access into a private hospital, as well as even facilities of airlifting them as well. We've already spoken with the Air Force commander, because there is a facility that the Air Force has, how we could coordinate. What we're looking at about Sri Lanka is about new things to do in Sri Lanka. Adventure tourism is something that we're really looking into. There is a thing called a Pico Trail that was supported by the European Union, funded for 10 years. Yeah, the project was going on, so it just launched. It's a 22-day trail, which we are looking at attracting high-end travelers into Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is just not a beach destination. That is something that we really want to establish. So we've gone into a massive PR campaign starting February this year, where we will actually go around globally to promote Sri Lanka on that matter as well. With regards to certain issues on fuel app and how does it work for the tourists, that will also be communicated to you within the coming weeks. The tourists will have access to a different fuel app, and maybe long stay tourists could register with those particular app that we are going to launch, and that could all be put all in together. So we will, once this is properly, formally launched, we will come up to you all and have a event and show what the app is all about and how supportive it would be. Even if you get onto a three-wheeler, you can just put your phone, you can check in so that we know which three-wheeler they actually have got into, and there is ways of following it up if there was an issue. And it's not only that, and bookings, reviews, restaurants, places to go, even medical accessibilities, all of that will be included in this particular app. Number two is we've already identified 49 tourist zones. And on these 49 tourist zones, the system will be different. We will be starting a training program, starting from the children to the area. Even a small boutique shop will be thought of what tourism is for Sri Lanka. And there's a massive project that we have already launched from the Sri Lanka Tourist Development Authority, which is in play. And also uninterrupted electricity on these tourist zones. It has come to effect already. Or most of these, I think about 16 of the zones that has been gazetted, does not have power cuts. So that's one of the other things that we have done. And also, I want to thank once again India for getting the Palali operation back and running. I think that is phenomenal for the people in Jaffna and the north. And they take 8 hours to come to Colombo just to take a flight of 30 minutes or 40 minutes, and which didn't make sense. And Alliance Express started with 4 flights a week, which has increased now, I was told, for all 7 days. So which is going to be good, and would like to ask His Excellency, even if that operation can come from Jaffna to Colombo also, as into Katunayaka, would be a great help for, because one of the reasons is the rail track will not be operated for renovation for 5 months, and people in that area will find it difficult to commute. And thank you for the support, sir. And also, we have identified many new tourist attractions. A part of that, we're trying to find a helicopter operation for high-end travelers, because Sri Lanka is not just Colombo and down south or just the mountains, but we want Trincomalee, we want Jaffna, we want the Delft, we want the new areas to be exposed. So if you are to attract, we have an 18-course golf course in China Bay, and we are not attracting the tourists into China Bay. So that's another project that we are trying to initiate within the next 3 months. I would keep it at that, and just to say again, yacht-based operation. We have a yacht marina in Trinco as well as in Galle, which we are looking forward for promoting in the world. And I think we are one of the best beaches for whale watching, for sun and fun, and all of that in Sri Lanka is available. And one of the things that we again did in tourist zones, we keep the restaurants open till 1 a.m. And initially, as you know, Arugambe, the surfing areas, was stopped at 10 o'clock. So the tourists will have more opportunity on entertainment as well. Then just to wind up, again, we are very big on conferences. I think Sri Lanka is one of the best destinations because people have gone to the Far East quite often. I think Sri Lanka is a destination that is now ready for conferences. And again, Tata Steel is bringing a massive group in February. The Indian Travel Association's AGM, which has more than 500 travel agents, are coming into Sri Lanka in April for their AGM. So these things will no doubt put Sri Lanka back on the map. So just want your support. Keep continuing to support us. Yes. And the port city is also already coming into operation. And there are pool, I think it's a, what do you call, Angel Beach Club. There's a beach club that is going to be very soon be open. A couple of days ago, Courtyard Marriott was open, which has 164 rooms, and so things are looking good. It's positive, and people would not be opening hotels if the tourism is not moving forward. So just want your message out there and support, and we are planning to go into new markets like Japan especially. I think with Japan, we're trying to open up a new wellness tourism packages. So we have tailor-made few of things, and I will be in touch with you very soon, one-on-one personally, just to get your support from your countries, because Sri Lanka is a land like no other. That's all I could say. Thank you.
You're watching the Lifetraveler channel.